Hi there, today I'm going to show you how I made those wide leg pants out of wool fabric and how I got the pattern. So a lot of you guys asked me for the pattern and I got the pattern from somewhere else and it's free. So stay tuned and I'm going to show you exactly how it works, okay? So those are the pants, right? Here they are. They're awesome, really cool. I used, oh, some of you asked where I got the fabric from, and this is vintage. So I got this vintage shop here. It's like a fabric store, but they sell vintage fabric. I think this one is from the 50s actually. So that's that. Then the pattern I got from this website where you can custom make anything, any kind of pattern. So you can make pants, dresses, in different cuts and stuff, and it's pretty cool. They're in beta still, they're testing, so it's not perfect. Shirts, for instance, is a little tricky. The sleeve is not working perfectly, but pants are good. So I've been testing them, and they're called Tailornova, and I put the link here below. You can access the link and sign up. It's paid, but then if you want, they offer two free patterns. So the first two patterns you download, you can get it for free. Later, here's the let me show you. So they have two plans, right? The one is free, you don't pay monthly, and you get two downloads. And then the next one, you pay $14 per pattern that you want, okay? But if you make a bunch, then you can pay $29 a month. That's the one I have. It's unlimited. You can do production, you can do whatever. It's awesome, okay? So, why I wanted to do the video is because I have to show you how it works there and how I made the pattern of the wide leg pants, but you can try other cuts as well, other patterns. And if you use my link below, I get a little commission because I'm affiliate with them, okay? Just as disclosure. So basically, I'm logged in here, right? So you sign up and you're in your account, and then you click in Design Now, and then you're gonna see options to create a new pattern. You also have like, oh, there's this video where they show you step by step how to do it, but I'm gonna show you now. So basically, say if I wanna do a new design, right? So I click, oh, one thing is they have this, which is also in beta, is the 3D view, and it's this model. I don't like using that because it just confuses me. It's not perfect and makes me upset. So you click here in 3D and the model disappears. Okay. So these are the pants, but if you want to go for another design, you just click here in design and go new and click in new design, and then you're going to have the options of do a dress, top, jumpsuits, pants, or skirts, and it's very cool. They're very basic, so like, you know, it's just the cut, the pocket and stuff. If you want to add details, just like cutouts and stuff, you have to add later. So there's kind of like a shell for everything, but it's pretty good. There's a lot of options you can use. And for instance, this would be a dress, right? But I want to show you how to do the pattern, the pants. So here we go. Oh no. The one I used, it's loading, sorry. So here it is. If I want to do, let me disappear the 3D, I'll go again to new design, and then I'll choose pants, and then let's start. And then to select the type of pants I want, I click here on the left, and then they have all the bunch of pants. So if you can have with pockets, they don't have like patched pockets. So if you want to add pockets on top of your pants, you gotta sew on. You cut by yourself. It doesn't have that. For dresses they have, but for pants they don't. So basically, that's just like the inseam pockets or those like side pockets. But you can choose here with pockets, without pockets. The pants that I did for the video is this one. Wide leg floor length. Mine wasn't really floor length, it was cropped, but then during the video I did this in a live class. I'm actually going to link the live class here. I sewed the pants on that video, And I I had downloaded the pattern that was cropped, and I thought it was too short for me, so I had to lengthen. And that's why I recommend you to do the floor length, and then you can crop it if you wanna shorter. Okay, so then you click here on floor length or wide leg. There's also palazzo, but I think the palazzo is way wider. The ones I used was the floor length. Okay, yeah, the wide leg. And then you choose the waistband. I think I just use the default one, but you can choose, for instance, for side button, you can do front, side, or back button, and you can also choose the width of your waistband. And I think I like back button. That would, if you want to do exactly like the one I made, I think was this one. It wasn't 3/4. It's probably 1 inch. Yeah, I think that's the one. Back button 1 inch and a half. And then here it is. See the pants and the waistband here. So when you download, you're gonna see this image here. And here's the thing: the wonderful thing about this software is that you can custom uh, you can custom make the pattern on your size. So see how my name is here, and see how it's a custom fit. If you click here, you're gonna have you're gonna enter your own measurements. Or for instance, if I download now, it will download in my custom size, Vanya, right? But if I click on Vanya, I can see the other options. So these options are the standard American sizes. And so if I want to download the size 8, I click there and click on use, and that's it. And on download on size 8, standard. But say I want to do something for my sister, for instance, right? So I can add her here, add new, and then model name, I'll put her name, Jeannie, and then I'll get Jeannie's measurements and enter here. So her height, her bust circumference, waist, hips, everything. See thigh, knees, everything. And then if you click here, you can see the, for instance, knee circumference. If you don't know what it is, you click here and it'll show you a drawing where it's the exact measurements there. And it can be an inch or centimeters. And then say I've entered all my sister's measurements here, and then I just save it. And then when if I want to use, if I want to make for her, when I click here, see her name would be here. So I just select it and use it and download her size. So you can do all different sizes and stuff, and it's great. Okay, so that's that. And then for instance, other thing I want to show you is the ease, right? So you know what easy is. Ease is like how tight you want, right? So say the shirt is tight, so I want to make a little wider. I'll put a little ease, so I'll do like 1 inch ease on the bust, for instance. Or you know, you can do positive ease to enlarge, and you do negative ease to tighten the pattern. And here's where you do. So ease, and you can add here, see length, even for here. So if you download the floor length pants, but then you want a shorter, you just measure your inseam and you put here how much shorter you want. You put a negative ease and it will make it shorter. And also you can choose how stretch your fabric is, because sometimes it's non-stretch, or it could be a little stretch or more stretch, and there are the options here. So you just choose accordingly. Okay. One thing I like to always check is this here, because the standard, the default is fitted, and fitted will be just like regular fitted, right? I always like loose clothing, so then for me, I always choose the semi-fitted. But if you want something very fitted, and then you do the very fitted. Okay, so you always play with the kind of fabric and the kind of fitting you want, and then do play with the ease. Okay. Also, there are the specs, and what the specs are is, for instance, if I want to use the size 8, for instance, it would fit me, right? But then I don't, it's not perfect. I want to check if that the measurements of size 8 would fit for me. So I'll go here on fit model, and then I see if the height is right, or the bust, if for instance, for inch, right? For instance, for me, I'm 34 bust. So that would be okay under bust, but then for instance, waist. I don't think waist would be good for me, because my waist 29. That actually works. Oh, that's because my own I'm on my own measurement here, so that's perfectly for me. But if I was on the size 8, here, let me show you. Size 8. And then use. And then if I go to the specs, you see how bust still works for me, but then waist is a little smaller, right? So then what I'll do, I'll go to the ease and add 3-4 inches ease to fit my waist. That's 29. Okay, so that's basically it. And the sewing specs is how the pattern, the size exact, the pattern, and then the fit model specs is how large or small the model is. Okay, so I think that's that. And you can do collars too. I don't ever use this, but you can choose like the kind of collar, just if you want to like have an idea how to look in green, for instance, then you choose that, or fabric, some sort of like in lace, for instance, right? There you go, something like that. Okay, and what else? Yeah, that's awesome. Like what I've done is so far with them is jumpsuit and pants, and it works very good. Uh, when you choose dresses and stuff, there are more options. There are buttons options. There are pockets and stuff. Pants is kind of limited, but they're working on it, and they promise there will be more options later. Okay, so that's that. I hope that helps. The link to Tailornova is below here. And if you have any questions, I also made a video how to put the pattern together, because it comes. Let me show you here. It comes like you can print at home. Look, all the pieces. And so I made another video. I can link here too. And so, but it's easy. Just it's like a title that you put together. And what else? Yeah, that's that. So if you have any questions, just leave here in the comments and I'll respond to you as soon as possible. All right. Thank you.